If you like talking,
Women.
Ladies.
men,
Topic.
Conversations.
and occasional uninformed politics,
Multiple talking women is for you.
hit it! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiple Talking Women.
I'm your host, Felicity Bramblebush.
And I'm another host. Just because I'm coming second doesn't mean I'm lesser than Lana Brown.
I didn't say my name. It's Paula Gherkin. Hi, I'm the producer. I'm here to make sure things running smooth.
Well, I think you're a little nervous, Paula, because of our guest today.
Well, we did have a long hug as he came in, and
We did.
I liked it.
Yeah, because all of a sudden Paula says, oh, I watched something on TV about how you don't get the benefits of hugging. You don't get the oxytocin chemicals unless you hug
unless
for...
it's 20 seconds.
And then she embraces him for 20 seconds.
She told me to. I should kind of say who I am. Cedric.
Who are you?
Cedric Yarbrough.
Cedric
name.
Yarbrough!
Cedric
Yes.
Yarbrough.
Hi. Yeah, but you basically told. I'm not just a hugger of anyone,
No.
but you
Could've
told
fooled
me
me.
to, and I just felt like I should.
Yeah.
Now, did you believe her, or did you just felt like, oh, wow, this woman needs to be embraced?
Yes.
Don't look at me
He was
nervous.
a little scared of her.
Yeah, he seems scared of me
Yeah,
right now.
why not? You're frightening.
You have a kind of a like gym teacher way of you about you.
Funny you should say that. I'm a running coach.
It is funny.
Oh.
For children.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
One
you
of the
are.
things.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, well, why would you? I've never told you.
No, you did. She was doing my lawn.
Yeah.
She was a groundskeeper initially.
Yeah, well,
as
that's
well.
why
She has
I do a lot of
jobs.
What was she doing for your lawn? Mowing?
She was first pamphlet.
Pamphleting.
She was putting pamphlets,
Oh.
around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then she came into my yard, and then she offered to mow it.
Yeah, I did that thing, people are doing online now where they say, hey, for free, I'm just going to mow it, because it's
They're doing that online.
They do it online because then you make a video of it, you put it on YouTube, and people are soothed by the images of a lawn getting,
And she
getting
was riding on
organized.
a little...
Yeah.
I got a
thing.
little mower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do my own lawn work, and it's immaculate. I take care of it, but
Which is why I didn't get a lot of views. I think they like it when it's a mess and then you make it nice.
Right,
and I think
right.
for yours, it looked a lot the same afterwards.
So I was like, let's get this a job.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
you, Cedric.
hug.
Yeah, and a
And a
hug.
hug.
Yeah.
Thank
Getting
you.
back to the main dish of the day, I'm looking at you right now, and it's interesting because you play a lot of really funny characters. You really do. And looking at you now, you look so cute and handsome. And it's not that you don't look cute and handsome as your characters, but you look so cute and handsome now because you're like cute Los Angeles actor man.
Yeah, he plays like, hey, I'm a jokey guy, but I'm looking at a leading man.
Yeah, I'm looking at a
It
leading
is
man.
confusing when someone is
That's what
very
it is.
funny and then also quite handsome.
Wow, that you guys are just. I don't want to report you for
Harassment?
Awful thing. Yeah, awful harassment or.
Do you feel harassed?
I don't feel harassed, but I feel like we're like we can do everything, guys. We all can do it all, right? I
But
mean,
not everybody believes that.
No.
you obviously don't.
No, these two are, they can't get a job to save
We've had
their
a rough
lives.
road.
They're
A
trying.
very rough road.
Well, if I can also throw it back, you are stunning. Looking into your eyes.
Thank you. I've got some purple going on the eyeshadow today.
Yeah, it's really making them really sing.
Thank you.
I've never met you before, but I mean, you're wonderful.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you so much. My
Yeah.
all of my different ethnicities are just pouring forth.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it is. I think
Yeah.
it's confusing and mesmerizing at once.
Wow.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. My God.
I enjoy all of your races.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow. I'm one race.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But back to you. I mean, just
I never
just
get
wonderful.
this kind of attention. This
Your
is
skin.
Oh, thank you.
See,
Well,
now
that's my
this is all she
So-
wants to talk about. That's her platform.
I
That's my
understand
platform.
it.
Creams,
The creams,
lotions,
lotions,
oils,
emollient.
emollients.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Wow,
much.
there's a lot of
Absolutely
energy.
wonderful.
No, the skin is the biggest organ. You know,
Yeah.
in the 1940s and 50s, they used to call effusive complimenting giving someone a soft soap.
Is
And
that
they'd say, I'm not soft soaping you, but boy, do you look good.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting
Soft
fact?
soap.
Soft soap.
Okay.
And now they have a
Kissing
brand
ass.
of it
Called soft
it's
soap.
called soft soap that I actually have, and now I will think of you.
Oh, I
when
hope
I-
so.
when I
Well, I'm
use-
going to
when I
do
clean
my
my
version
hands.
of soft soap, which would be Irish Spring. I'm going to Irish Spring you as a person of one race.
Oh. You're the person of one race?
I'm the person of one race,
So you're going to Irish Spring
so I'm going to
people.
Irish Spring.
Okay.
Back to the soft soap.
Yeah.
You and your skin.
Yes.
Do you use a soft soap?
I use something with antibacterial properties first because you got to kill all the microbes first. You don't want to be putting creams,
But you
lotions,
wanna keep
oils
good
over the
microbes.
microbes. Very few are good. That's a common misconception.
On the skin?
As a person who works very much.
Wait, she was still talking.
Oh, this is
Were
my
you-
day.
were you-
This is my day.
Did you
Not a fan of
finish
Felicity.
what did you finish what you were
No,
saying?
I didn't. I wanted to say that especially if you're putting on thick Vaseline, emollients at night to
Yes.
keep it in, you don't want to have any bacteria or microbials on there. It's gross. You
Yeah,
want to
it
get
is
them all
gross.
out. So you can
Yeah.
soft soap it, antibacterialize your skins.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I would love to hear.
I would love to talk about our guest.
Ah,
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can make a nice transition.
if
Can we transition?
if you wouldn't mind us talking about me for a second.
I would love that.
It just seems like you
She's a big fan.
okay.
Big fan.
No, I'm a huge fan, and actually, I was going to support your cause and say, part of the reason we love to interview people of your stature is we're so interested in any sort of swag or concierge treatments you might receive because you are a star.
I should have brought some things, some things for you guys. I feel a little bad because I have
We can follow you home.
plenty of
You do?
sweet gifts.
Oh.
Here's the thing, like when you are in this business, you get to be invited to a lot of those kinds of
Events.
things.
See,
A lot of
we
events.
want that
this is
so
this is
much.
all we're
And
doing it for.
I'm single, and all of the stuff that they offers usually for women and
Wow.
and people that are 5, 6 and lower, and I'm above that
Yeah.
height, and so I can never use any of that short shit.
What do you mean
And
short?
Because you're saying the amount of product in the bottles is just not enough for you.
For me,
Oh,
I see.
I see.
back to large organs. I am one large organ,
Yeah.
and so a lot of that stuff would be, your height.
Sure.
Well, maybe if you're back over mowing that lawn, you could pop in.
Well,
and-
yeah, now that I know. All right, here's what I like to do,
Oh,
Cedric. I like to go to the very beginning.
very gruff.
Where were you born?
I was born in Minneapolis,
Okay.
and I'm the oldest of 4, and raised by a single mom, and she really got me going into this business. She's
Really?
the type of lady who would wake us up in 3 a.m. with mac and cheese.
Oh,
Delicious.
With it is delicious. I don't do that so much anymore. I miss that.
I know
Eat
it's
mac and
hard.
cheese at
Eat
3
mac and
a.m.?
cheese, yeah, the cheese.
Cheese too much, yeah.
Excuse me, what you
Our
say?
bodies just don't want that
We
dairy.
don't
You can take a
process it
lactate
very
if you
well.
need it,
No.
No.
But with that meal, we'd be watching 7 Brides for 7 Brothers or
Wow.
12 Angry Men or some kind of film that she really enjoyed.
Now,
And
why
it-
at 3 a.m.?
because it was more fun, apparently, for her
Oh.
to wake us up and
This special time we're going
that
to hang
special
out middle of the night.
yeah. And maybe she wouldn't wake us all up. It would just be an individual, like, let me just
Oh,
share this
special
special time
moment.
with you.
This is fun.
And
That's very
that
cute.
was just kind of a fun mom and kid moment. And it inspired me to see how she responded to, film and television. And I think that, I think that's one of the main reasons why I do
That's
just saying.
very amazing.
What
That's
were your
amazing.
favorite things to watch, little Cedric?
Oh boy, oh man, everything. I was a SNL guy, musical theater guy, comedy guy. I mean, all of it. As much as I possibly could get in, I wanted to be a part of it. And growing up in Minneapolis, I was like, you know what? At a very young age, I remember saying, I don't belong here. I need to get out.
Wow,
To
you knew
LA.
that early. Not a
yeah.
lot of people figured that out that early. They
Yeah,
were, you
What
know.
gave you the sense that there was something better?
I saw Gary Coleman's choices on Different Strokes and thought, I could do better than that. That's, I don't believe you, Gary. I do not believe.
That's interesting.
I would interpret that differently.
We've spoken to several celebrities who have said that they started this because they saw someone else doing it badly,
Yeah,
and they wanted to go out there and show
and prove them
yeah.
like wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
it gives you some confidence too. Like I could, if they're hiring that,
If that's what's going on
Yeah.
right now,
I could do all right.
take a look at this large organ.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
were you getting any? Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
well,
Cedric hates that.
since it's my day.
Yes.
Gary Coleman, he's fine. He delivers. It's like, okay, I'm the kind of more normal big brother. But you've got genius and wit and a lot of stuff going on with you. So I can see why you saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Were you getting the
thank you.
feedback from anyone else besides your mom? Were you hamming it up in the classroom or performing in school plays?
When you say ham, you really let it fire on
She
that
loves
ham.
ham.
part.
Ham. I love
you're-
pork products.
You are,
Pro ham.
So I
Pro-ham.
throw that word around as much as I can.
yes. Well, I didn't ham it up. I just was, I don't know. I guess I was a funny kid. I was more into sports though when it came to school and impressing friends.
What kind of sports
I played
run?
football, basketball, that whole deal. And I was still, the people that did theater were nerds.
Yeah.
And I was still trying to be cool, you know?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I went to a community college where none of my friends were there that I could finally dress like Mr. Peanut or any weird character or say the word ham and not be made fun of.
Because who's the nerds now?
I was going to say, who's the cool guy now?
Yeah,
Right?
who's the cool guy now?
Yeah.
Right.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably me.
Probably.
No, I love that about
definitely
theater.
you.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I want to tell those kids that feel awkward, like, no, you're going to win. You're
Sure.
going to win.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they though? I don't
yeah.
know if all of them are.
Maybe not.
Well,
all.
maybe
Not
not
all.
all of them.
Yeah.
But
They
No.
will, but they will develop enough confidence for whatever field they go into.
They
maybe
will
for
have
being in
enough
front of an
confidence
audience.
to be at the Renaissance Festival
That's
Yes,
right.
that's true.
and eat ham
That's true.
in
Sure.
public and not feel ridiculed
That's right.
about it.
How
Yeah.
soon did little Cedric pack his bags and move out of Minneapolis?
What are you saying?
Did you go to community college in Minneapolis?
Thank you. I did go to, I went to community college. Then I got a scholarship to Minnesota State University.
Okay.
And that's when I really could get into,
Spread your wings.
really do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
really focus in. And then after college, I was still really shy and got into a improv and sketch comedy school called the Brave New Workshop. And that's where I felt like I could bring more to scripts and audition and be able to think more off the top of my head.
Yeah, because that's something you're really good at.
Well,
Thinking at the top of your head.
you
Yeah.
and your head,
Thank you.
by the way.
I do have another fact. At the Renaissance Fair,
Yes.
when you are eating ham, it's with a fork, not a fork. It's only 3 tines. Because that's what they
what it
had
was?
back in the medieval days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that what you call a spoke? A tine?
A tine, yeah.
I
I don't know
never
if it's
knew
called a
that.
fork, but it's something like that. Because I went there once, and it was weird.
Did you enjoy it?
Well, I didn't understand because at a certain time, a bunch of Disney adults arrived.
Oh.
And so then I thought, oh, is this the Renaissance Fair or is this just for any adult who likes to dress up?
I like it. I go every year.
Okay.
Yeah, as often as possible.
Do you dress up?
I do.
What is your?
Horsewoman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a jouster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not like a part of your appendages or horses.
No, like
or
I'm a woman that rides horses.
Like
That's kind of the
not
one
a
I like
centaur.
I would
No.
love a centaur version.
Yeah, I would love it if
That's
it was
what I was hoping for.
no.
Oh,
No.
man.
No.
You and a big old tail back there.
Well, let me think about it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get that going for next time.
I mean, would you just as a suggestion, maybe like for the legs back there, wheels, so you can
Oh, yeah.
move throughout the crowd if you go.
That's like an AI robot centaur.
That'd be interesting.
I love that.
Does this show have commercials or anything like that?
It will
or-
soon,
Oh,
hopefully.
well, okay.
Yeah, WD-40 might be a sponsor.
Yeah, we're
Ooh.
hoping WD-40 comes through.
Do you need a break?
No, but I was going to offer you a commercial, but
No,
because
we
of
want it.
that question of do you need a break, I won't.
Oh,
No.
God.
Anyway,
He was going to offer us his dulcet, beautiful voice.
I don't know about this Is she here all the time, Bramblebush?
Yes.
Yeah, she's one of the
Yes,
main.
I am. I represent the Christian white conservative voice.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I've been detecting.
You're picking
That's
up
what
on it.
That's
Yeah.
I'm
what's been
married to a Republican senator. I have
my
12
craw the
children.
entire
We live
time.
in Pasadena,
obviously.
and I have no regrets and I make no mistakes.
Is your husband daddy or something like
Father.
that? Or-
She
I
calls
do
it
call him my father.
Yeah, see? I know. God, I can
You
had me
spot him.
pegged.
I can spot him.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I listen. I love me.
Wow, exclaim it.
I think it's funny because when she does get to the pearly gates or whatever there is, real Jesus is going to look at her and say, you're not one of me.
Oof.
That wasn't the idea I was
No.
going for.
That's not
No.
what I was trying to
So
do.
I just sort of wait.
Well, how do you know that?
I just know that.
How?
Because I'm a more sentient, connected being.
Says you.
Yeah, it says me and my
and,
Jesus.
and me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah.
God, you're sentient.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I can
You can feel
smell
it.
you're
Well,
sentient.
I
You
think
can-
we should
oh,
think
yes,
about what product
yes.
would we like, because why don't we just have him do a quick commercial for it, and then then we go. So we do it kind of backwards, right? We say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we got a commercial here for you if you want to purchase it."
Okay.
And then let's make the deal on the air. How much
Yeah.
do you want?
Pff,
What percentage do you
Oh.
want for what we make?
for Miss Brown, free.
Wow. All right. So we get all the proceeds. All right. So
loving
what
Sure.
product do we want to?
well, do you have one? Because I have one, but it's difficult to do.
No, I'm up for any.
What product are you
anything
thinking?
that
Okay,
you
I'm
guys
not
would
trying to be
want.
jokey about this.
Okay.
But when you reach a certain age as a woman, you sometimes tinkle a tiny bit when you laugh or you cough.
Sure.
So let's do a really classy ad for Poise panty liners.
Yes.
So that you can be fresh throughout the day, even if there's a little tinkle took.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
All right?
Great.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Sure.
do it.
Action.
And 3, 2. Hey, ladies, how you doing? I'm Cedric Yarbrough, and I know that sometimes you're not so fresh down there. Went to high school with a woman named Amy Stinkbush, and she smelled. But what could have helped is a diaper for her that would be fresh and free. God, Amy Stinkbush, I wish you were here today. She died from that odor. And how do I? Oh, God. She's still in our memory. Poise. Get some.
Wow.
Wow.
Poor Amy.
Thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
when I watch the Home Shopping Network, I shop there frequently, and it's the personal stories that get me, and that's what you just gave us.
And you gave us some of your singing, which is a huge part of who you are.
I don't know if we can use any of that.
Oh, yes,
at
we
all.
can. We can use it all.
I'll replace it with some. If we can't,
Oh.
I can sing in place of it. A original.
I
Our voices are
think
similar.
you have, yes, they are. They're very, you have a very, resonant. Are you doing a Negro spiritual right now? It felt like that, because
Listen,
that's not what I was
wasn't.
doing.
I wasn't trying to, but if that's how it came out, then you know.
Then we'll just let it fly.
I was just trying to get my voice deep.
Okay, but it came off.
That's what it
as
sounded like?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
what, can you repeat what you did, and then we'll hear?
Do
Do you hear what I mean?
I hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hear it?
I hear
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I should apologize, but I will.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Is that not something I should be saying?
I would have expected it from Bramblebush, but Paula, you're
Okay.
you're gonna do you.
What about this? Is that more than
That's
what
a
I
little
can sing?
more.
That
yeah,
was
that's
more
a little-
Partridge Family.
White.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I,
more
like,
white.
I liked that one a lot.
Well, I learned a lesson.
Okay.
I learned a lesson.
So you're at college
Yes.
and you're really getting into the theater there and realizing, hey, this is something that I could do.
Yeah. I did a show called Sweeney Todd.
Oh.
And I was Sweeney Todd. And that was when I was like, okay, I think this is really something I
Can do.
And that was probably my turning point.
Oh, God, that's the
Made
the-
you. Sometimes that light bulb is like, okay, this is when I've always felt comfortable, but now I'm getting feedback from people that also believe in what I see, or what I've felt. And that's
Yeah.
when I felt like, okay, maybe I can do this.
And does that make you go to LA?
That made me go to Minneapolis and dabble in that.
And the, whatever
And
they had in that
the
area.
theater there, the Mixed Blood Theater, Children's Theater, lots of great theater in Minneapolis. Really, really wonderful theater. And that the strength of that also gave me courage to, okay, New York, Chicago. No, you know what? Let's go to LA. Let's really see if we can do this.
Did you get involved in theater thinking, oh, I'm going to cut my teeth here, I need some training, or were you scared? Was there any fear in you to go to a bigger market at that point?
What did you say?
Well, I'm just wondering,
I don't understand the question.
It's just like la 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 la.
It's peanuts.
And then
I'm so sorry. Let me start. I'm intimidated. You're a huge person to me. Listen, I'm wondering if you went back and did theater because you thought maybe you weren't ready yet for Hollywood or New York City.
I think I was just still in the process of my learning, and so theater was my training. Industrial commercials here and there. I mean, the Minneapolis film market is rather small, and so I was still doing the theater, but I thought I still had that Gary Coleman
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that
I'm
thing in
like,
the back.
Yeah.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Interesting.
at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever
And,
gotten to fight him or?
No.
Fight him.
Rest in peace. He has passed away.
Yeah. So now it's
we
too late.
shouldn't talk so ill of him.
You're right.
Oh, he
What
was
sort of
fine.
Arnold
He
would
was
you
fine.
have been?
Excuse me?
What sort of Arnold would you have been?
I would have been a little more. I would have put the more emphasis on Willis, on what you talking about, Willis, kind of a brother. I think I would have been a little bit more skeptical of the Whiteman.
Phil Drummond.
Yes.
Or whatever his
Yes.
name was. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So I would have been like, okay,
is happening?
Yeah,
wait
there's
a minute.
something
Why are you
Wait a
doing
minute.
this?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Mrs. Garrett, her and I would have had something special. A red-haired woman, a red-haired white woman.
Oh, that's right, because Mrs. Garrett was on that, and then that was Facts of Life was a spinoff.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God, thank you. I almost
Anyway,
forgot that.
so
Wow.
that's
Okay.
probably a little bit more my choice of my. Of my
I'm sorry you didn't get that opportunity, but
me too, because I think I would have had something to say.
Yeah.
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 Do you think that? Sorry, let me hold on. When we've had a lot of guests on here, I feel like the ones, and I know there's going to be some listening going, well, she's saying I'm a piece of crap. It's not what I'm saying. But the ones that have the theater training, let me tell you, they are just skyrocketing. Like they seem to have a way about, kind of coming at films, TV, where they've got this training, they've done all this theater. They've got all this kind of comfort. Do you find that to be true that, if you work with somebody who's got that theater background, they've got a little extra something that maybe like if a kid just goes straight to movies or film they might not have.
Yeah, Paul, I think there's something about any field, learning what you're supposed to do helps. Education, is paramount for anything.
They need to hear this.
What?
Because you did one musical and you didn't get good parts, so you have not gone back to theater.
And then you gave up.
Yeah,
we are in an acting class in a basement.
You're in it. I know you're in an acting
What
class.
musical was it that you were?
It was Cats. That's how we met, because ordinarily, how else would we have met? And it was in Simi Valley, and we were both cast as Drolical Cats.
Excuse me?
Drolical Cats.
Jellicle cat.
It's they like the little extras in the background.
Yes.
And, we got leotards and claws and things and fur and whiskers, but
we
it
made
wasn't
the best of it. But listen,
wasn't
that's
what we
not
wanted.
what we wanted.
And then we come down to Hollywood, and it's brutal.
Yes, it is brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can equate a little bit and get in your world, I auditioned for the Groundlings, and I didn't, do so well.
That's shocking, because you're better than any groundling
That's
I've ever
true.
seen.
That's absolutely true.
I'm
And you're
kind
always
of a
their
Groundling
special guest.
adjacent. Yeah, I'm
which
Groundling
is
adjacent.
really perform there a lot.
I'm not a but I am adjacent. But it didn't stop me from keep going.
And
so
now you're
that's what
asked to be the special guest, which is almost like
It's better.
Screw you.
Well, let me tell you, you dodged a bullet, because we've had a lot of groundlings here, and we hear about they get a lot of emails, and there's a lot of meetings, and there's a lot of baloney that comes along with
you're
being
able
a
to have some
groundling.
fun.
And you
Oh.
haven't had to do any of that.
I don't get
You just
any
show
of
up and
the-
do the fun stuff.
I don't get any of the emails.
And you're a booker
And you star
in
on
television and films.
Yeah.
so many programs.
So many programs.
One of my favorite, you might find this hard to believe, but it is Reno 911.
Yeah, I do find that hard to believe, because I don't think
I love it because I love police.
You enjoy things.
She likes police.
Oh, you like the police.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I love Reno.
Yes.
So,
That also makes
how
sense.
did you fall in with these improvisational actors?
That's a funny story, because I moved out here in July of 2000, and then met those guys in October of that year.
Wow.
Holy.
And then the show didn't get picked up for 3 years. I waited tables. I worked at California Adventure. I was the genie before it went to Broadway in the show Aladdin.
Wow.
And I did all kinds of things, and then the show got picked up 3 years later.
Wow.
So you shot a pilot.
shot a pilot,
And it just sat there for 3 years.
and it sat on the shelf for a long time. It went away. It was gone. It
This
was
is the
it was for
craziest.
Fox, and because we thought Cops was an amazing show at
Right.
the time at Saturday at 8:00. Why not have at 8:30
Yeah.
this show called Reno 911? And they didn't like it, and so
Because it made fun of the thing that people were watching
we're enjoying,
seriously.
I guess. But it was the best thing for it, because we were able to get away with a lot more.
Oh.
And it's mostly an
Oh, I love that.
improvised show,
It is.
correct?
We have like a little skeletal kind of thing. Someone is masturbating on an escalator. Go get him, kind of a thing.
So now, because we've met some improvisers, and I understand there's short
You understand?
form.
I did say masturbating.
Yeah. She's not even allowed
I'm
to,
not sure
to
what
to
that-
acknowledge.
I
She can't
understand.
acknowledge.
The
I
get it.
Christians think that's just for marriage. And guess what? Guess why so many of them are locked up in weird facilities? Because they freaking lose it, because they don't have an escape valve, a release valve.
Let her know.
Yeah.
Tell her.
God forgives. Listen, God forgives.
Oh.
But what I'm wondering is you're building this character as you go. Is it a lot of work to remember everything you establish along the way about your character? Because it's like seasons and seasons of this TV show.
You would think that would be the case, but much like many cartoons, we kind of start over again each episode. We get bonked in the head, shot, die, and then we're
you're
back.
back.
Like it all kind of
Yeah.
started all over again. Sometimes we can remember certain things about each other, but a lot of times we just don't.
Oh,
Is
I
it?
like
Have
that.
you ever had a situation where you're like, you say something and then
That's not right.
a fan might say,
Oh,
You said your mother's name was Teresa
Yeah,
in this
all the-
episode,
all
and
the
then
time.
and then
Yeah.
you said that's interesting.
My character's name was S. Jones, and at one part it was Sade Jones, and then another it was what was Sisyphus Jones. So there's a lot of times where we just didn't care.
Yeah, it is what it is for
It
that
is what
episode.
it is. But it was, that's what was the fun of that show. We just had a great time just trying to mess with each other. crack each other
Brilliant
up.
and fun.
Yeah.
Can I circle back real quick?
Please
Sure.
do.
You played the genie. Was this the incarnation of Aladdin that they sing the song "You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me"?
Yes.
Oh, I love that song.
yeah.
wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would pop out of the.
Can we
Yep.
hear a little?
Can we?
Can
I don't
we?
know. Is Disney listening to this?
You're allowed to do this for a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think so, right? But we're going to have an issue. Our intern's here, the one that's obsessed with me. Are we going to have an issue on YouTube if he
you
sings
really rolled
this?
your eye about that intern.
We'll have an issue on YouTube, but not on the podcast if he sings it.
Okay.
well,
so
then-
I don't
then we don't
necessarily
have to.
sing. Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves. Scheherazade had 1,000 tales. Well, master, you're in luck, 'cause up your sleeve we got a brand of magic never fails. Sorry, it's been a little while
Yeah.
since I remember those lyrics.
God, his voice.
But even that little bit.
When you
Holy
hear,
moly.
oh, they're making an Aladdin movie, a live action, you think, I'm waiting for my phone to ring.
I am waiting for my phone to ring, and then Will Smith got to the phone faster. So, just at least he knows I was the first black genie.
That's right.
That, and that is probably one of the reasons why he was so upset at the Academy Awards.
I believe it.
so,
Paint up. Yeah.
That was that.
sure.
But anyway, I've been blessed to have done that, and I got to tell you guys, I just finished a project with Mr. Clint Eastwood. And,
Wow.
Dirty
that was-
Harry.
Yeah, that was.
How was that?
Huge Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, I would
Huge,
think.
big
I
time,
would
big time,
think
big time,
so.
big time.
I would think.
Are you allowed to
so.
say anything about the project?
That it's called Juror Number 2,
Okay.
starring Nicholas Holt and
Ooh.
Toni Collette
Holy
and
moly.
J.K. Simmons
Oh.
and
Heard of him.
the
And you.
brown person that's sitting right before you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
It is exciting, and I got to finally flex a little bit more of that dramatic muscle.
Right.
where
Was
a lot
that
of
here in
people-
LA or where? Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Sure,
you.
sure. No, it's in Savannah. We shot in
Wow.
Savannah.
Beautiful.
Over the course of last year, and then we had the strike, and then we finished in November and December. And so
What was he like as a director?
he was really cool, really great direction.
Really?
He will be 94 soon, but to be able to be working still in this business, I think that's part of the reasons why he's
Spry.
enjoying,
Yeah.
enjoying life and being able to do what he
And
wants
is
to
it-
do.
is it-
So that's why I'm like, you guys need to get back out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's-
There's no age limit.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
Maybe not Cats.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to just keep auditioning for Cats.
Yeah.
Does he do what people say where it's like, that take was fine, we don't need to do another take? Like kind of not as many takes as maybe other directors?
He does have that reputation, but we got to get
Play
in
a
there a
little
little
bit.
bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. But just to be able to be directed by him was
Yeah. Holy
not
moly.
on my ever wish list,
Right.
but it was a pretty amazing experience to be able to
That's
talk and
That's
look
cool.
in that man's eyes, and some of the stories he has is
Yeah.
just so amazing about old Hollywood. And he told me the story about how he was really good friends with Sammy Davis Jr.
Wow.
And when he passed away, what was the old Western movie guy? Now I can't remember. He got a gun from Sammy Davis Jr. But I can't remember if it was Roy Rogers or who that was. But it was just a story of old Hollywood passed on, and a lot of our guys are passing on, but to know that kind
Somebody
of history
has the
was really, really
stories.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
someone's
wild.
linking these.
Now, are
things.
you do so much voice acting, which is incredible.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And I imagine they just call you up and say, Cedric, please come down to the studio. You don't have to audition for these things. For something like Clint Eastwood, is he saying, please come and learn these sides?
Yeah, can we see an audition or?
Oh yeah,
they-
no, I definitely
Yeah.
auditioned for Clint, and sent in a tape.
A
And,
tape.
and he saw it, and he cast everyone from that, so that it can happen.
Did you have someone read with you?
I did.
Okay.
I did. A good friend of mine also helped me with it. But and for voiceover work, I still audition all the time.
Really?
But that also was my love affair of cartoons and animation. As a kid, I fell in love with Schoolhouse Rock. Do you know that show?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I found out Jack Sheldon, who voiced the Bill and the I'm Just a Bill,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
that guy, I always thought of
amazing.
him as a black jazz musician, but I found he was a white jazz musician.
Oh.
And I just, that as a kid just made me open up my world of, wow, just especially for animation, you can be anything.
Anything.
Yeah, it
Everything.
doesn't matter.
And a couple years later, some years ago, I got to meet Jack Sheldon before he passed. He used to play at the Baked Potato.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard that's a great spot.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Yeah.
And I got to talk to him after his show. And I said, hey, has anyone ever done you to you? He's like, hey, that's pretty good, kid. And we just kind of had a Jack Sheldon off, and we just
Wow.
spoke in that whole manner.
That's incredible.
Oh, yeah, I'm just a bit, so we just
Holy
spoke
moly.
He
like
just
that.
had a jack off. That's amazing.
Wait,
Yeah, we had a jack off.
Oh yeah, jack off.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I need to back up real. First of all, we're at that time. I know it goes by really fast. We're at that
It
time. We
does-
got to start wrapping it up. But I do need to call out something here because this is something we argue about.
Oh.
Because when we say children, you always say children's. And
If
you say
there's
yes
more
if
than
there's more
one,
than one.
it's
Okay.
plural.
But when we were talking about Clint Eastwood, you said directors and you put an S on that. Why?
Because he's directed many films.
All right.
Okay.
You know what?
You're not going to win.
He's
on
I'm
won
that.
not
a lot
going to
of-
win.
And
He's won a lot of hats.
I'm not going to, I'm just
Yeah.
going to side with that.
I have
I'm
a
gonna
quick
use
question.
more plurals.
Okay.
Yeah, more plurals.
If you, I know we're almost done, but we have a lot of Groundlings adjacent people on, and I've heard great things about this show that you perform there frequently, called the Black Version. And I'm wondering if you feel
You want
like
to be in it.
I would like that. And I'm also wondering, do you think
I
it might
don't
be a
support
good
you
idea?
being in it. I don't support you being in
What
it.
about me performing in a show called the White Version?
Everything's the white version.
Yeah,
I think
aren't
it's
you in it
already the
now?
white
You're
version.
That's
in
your
one right
life.
now. You're in one kind of
Yeah.
right now.
That's your life.
Other than, Miss
Exactly.
Brown is Brown.
Exactly.
And-
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
kind of in.
See?
No,
she
Your
can
Your life
learn.
is the white
She
version,
can
right?
learn.
I lit the white. I see. Okay, so
You
it's
get
not
it.
going to work.
You're married to a
You're
white
getting
man? A white man?
A white.
Yes, and I've had 12 of his white children.
Ah.
And one of them is a cracker model.
Pepperidge Farm crackers.
I thought a different
Nope.
thing. But
No.
so you're asking me to give you permission to do a white version show?
I just thought I'd ask if you thought that was a good idea.
I felt like you just wanted to talk.
Well, you're not wrong.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to get on your good side. I don't think it's working.
That's not going to happen today.
So, all
Can
right.
we just live in that?
Yeah, let's
for-
just live in it and allow it. Allow it to be what it is, Felicity.
Let it pass.
Okay.
Like a
All right.
garbage truck.
What we like to do to wrap up
Mm-hmm.
is to ask you, what advice do you give to, people like this, to,
Wait, who are you pointing to?
these two,
Oh, yeah.
or anybody, a young kid maybe, sitting at home with his mom eating mac and cheese at 3 a.m., dreaming a big dream. What advice do you give to someone to go for it?
Before I answer that, are you related to the Gherkin dynasty?
No. God,
I was about to
wish.
say, you shouldn't be doing lawns if you're...
No, I'm not. I
What
mean,
kind of Gherkin are you?
I'm from the Boston Gherkins.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's the gherkins it's a
Yeah.
gherkin that you put on a big old Boston hot dog.
Yeah,
but they never-
They're lurking gherkins.
Yeah, lurking
Gherkins. And they
gherkins.
never jarred it. They never did anything with it. And then here comes, these other companies, and they're like, why didn't we do this with our
Yeah,
gherkins?
yeah.
Anyways, so no.
Education, guys. That's what I would suggest to you. Well, no, you seem like an educated human
Thanks.
being. But I would say and stress to people, learn your shit.
Yeah.
Really, if this is anything that you want to do, especially in the industry, this acting industry, is learn as much as you possibly can. I try to learn about musical theater, about drama, about comedy, about voiceover work, singing, dancing. I wanted to learn as much as I possibly could so I could actually work. And writing, oh man, I wish I had learned more about that, because no one knows you better than you. So being able to write for yourself is I think really great. And being open to many facets of this industry. Don't shut yourself off. If you want to be a producer, if you want to direct, go in, but also go in as your authentic self. No one knows you better than you. So, and that's what people, I think, are attracted to. You not trying to be anyone else. God, I'm giving a lot of advice.
hard.
I'm giving
Good,
too many
though. We
secrets
need it.
away.
No,
we need
it's-
it.
Aren't I?
We need it.
I'm giving too many secrets.
Do you have a favorite improv warm-up game? Because sometimes we like to learn one before we rap, or any kind of fun.
I like to rap
Okay,
Oh.
for,
we'll try that.
yeah.
Oh,
I would
sure.
love to see if that can happen.
Sure.
tonight.
So what do? You do a line and I try to rhyme, or what's the best way to
We
do it?
can go. We can start on a beat,
Okay,
Okay.
and we can give each other a topic,
great.
and we'll just rap from that topic.
Okay.
Let's think of
Let's
a topic.
go.
Intern, hey intern, give us a topic to rap about. Sunny
Angels.
angels.
Sunny Angels.
Oh, those little baby toys.
Figurines?
Little angel figurines.
Oh,
Wow.
angel figurines.
What a topic
Oh,
for
I see.
rapping.
Like
Okay.
little ceramic angel figurines.
Or like those precious moments.
Sure,
yeah.
Sunny Angels.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So precious moments, figurines.
Okay.
In that world.
In that world.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could go, my name is Cedric. Yeah. I love figurines.
Yeah.
I love a woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name's Nectarine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or something like that that
Right.
we can.
Oh.
Okay.
So we see how that kind of goes,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then we'll do it about.
This is advanced. Normally we play zip, zap, zop.
Yeah, this is
No,
it.
this-
But
no,
this
okay.
is
No,
good. Let's do
this is
this.
good.
Yeah.
Let's go
This is
for it.
good.
But this is you've had several episodes, right?
Yes.
You're several episodes in. So
Yes.
We're ready for it.
So I think it's time.
Try
Okay.
to be ready for
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to start it off?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. And I'll just make up stuff, okay?
Great.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
My name is Tim.
Yeah.
I like angels.
Yeah.
I like the rim.
Yeah.
That's angels.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh boy.
My name is Carla.
Yeah.
I like ceramics.
Yeah.
I like cars.
Yeah.
Because I like mechanics.
My name is Sue.
Yes.
I have the flu.
Yeah.
The Lord is my shepherd.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And I love a leopard.
Yes. My name is Bertha.
Yeah.
I live from the eartha.
Yes.
I make my figurines.
Right.
From dirt from the earth.
Yeah. See, that's, I think.
Was that perfect?
That was fantastic, guys.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, I blame the intern.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a bad suggestion.
It was.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a terrible
exactly.
suggestion. We should have never asked her.
No.
All right, let's give it up for Cedric.
Hey, thank you guys. This
Thank
is
you
wonderful.
so
Thank you for
much.
having me.
Thank you.
especially Miss
Oh,
yeah.
Brown.
God,
Miss
you
Brown.
have a
Normally
Let's give it
I
up for
wear
Miss Brown.
connection.
Let's
much
give it
more
up for Miss
sexy
Brown.
clothes. Thanks for
Yeah,
liking me.
yeah, wonderful. Thank
I love
you.
it. Thanks.
And I'll wait for your approval.
Wait, what'd you say?
You'll be waiting for a while,
We'll
I
be,
think.
yeah.
Really?
Multiple Talking Women is hosted by Lauren Burns, Ariane Price, and Lisa Shurga, and produced by Carafano and Amelia Misco at Stampede Ventures for the Stampede Podcast Network. Okay, I'm done now.